Hi everyone. Today I have my mom with me. This is my mom Jill, and she came over today. Today's the same day as the ultrasound that we thought we might get cut. So she came over today to lend me some moral support in case it was a bad day. Just an update, today's Thursday. Our next ultrasound is Saturday. She's coming back again that day because that really is the make or break it day, is Saturday. So we've got 2 more days. And 2 more days of meds, Thursday meds, Friday meds, and we'll do Saturday morning, and Saturday morning will be the ultrasound. So while my mom's here, we thought we would do a video on what it's like to be the mom of somebody going through infertility, because every family is different, and so we thought we'd do a video on that while she is here today.
First of all, I want to thank everybody for the love and the prayers, the support, the flowers, the gifts, phone calls, texts. I am in awe of the village that my lovely daughter has created in her life. Of course, her dad and I think she's perfect and wonderful, but it is so nice to see how many people love her and Brad, our beloved Brad. We love our son-in-law too. And I just want to personally thank you from a mama's heart that you have helped them through this in an amazing way. And because we're a Christian family, we see you as the hands and feet of God on earth.
Yes.
You know, so many people have prayed for her, but just, you know, God just continues to give her the support that she needs through all of you, and I am so grateful for that.
It's been wonderful.
I always think it's a little bit easier to go through something with someone else if you've been through it yourself. And Courtney's dad and I had infertility as well. Different reasons than Courtney does, and we did finally, through infertility treatments, conceive a baby who then, back then, they didn't do ultrasounds routinely, and we found out at the end of my pregnancy that our daughter Elizabeth had a fatal birth defect, and she died soon after she was born. We went on to adopt and create our family that way, but I do remember those months of negative pregnancy tests. And so I know a little bit of what my daughter's gone through, although 7 years is a whole lot different than several months. And as the mom, you of course want to fix everything for her. And her dad and I, we can't fix this one. So I think it's really hard to watch your daughter suffer for any reason. And I'm sure it's, you know, I have a son, I'm sure I don't want to watch him suffer either. But despite the suffering we've seen her go through, and Brad too, we're just so immensely proud of how they have faced this together. Their marriage is strong. And you know, infertility is hard on a couple. And it's hard in the heart of a family, because typically when you're going through your fertility years, so are all of your friends and the rest of your family.
Yeah.
So having to watch her friends get pregnant time after time. I mean, many of the people she started her journey with have 2 and 3 children now, and she still is trying to have her first baby. But she has been so kind and gracious and loving to those people. And I remember when we were going through it, and especially then after Elizabeth died, you know, my sister-in-law had a baby right during that time. And my mom's been long gone. I can't ask her what that was about, but I can tell you that she was so gracious during that time in allowing me to do what I needed to do. My family's from Connecticut. I couldn't go home that summer. I didn't want to see that baby. And my mom and dad were just like, you do what you need to do. They didn't put any pressure on me to, you know, come home and celebrate and be happy and excited, and quite frankly, I wasn't any of those things. But in time, that all changes, and I was able to celebrate eventually, not probably for a year or more, but eventually able to celebrate that child. And all of my girlfriends were so good about, you know, I remember my one girlfriend, Linda Wardbop, she had a baby boy who's now, you know, an adult, Nicholas, and she would be so kind, as when we went to church together, she would, you know, give her baby to somebody else and then come over, visit and hug. And, you know, people were just so kind about that. And so I guess the thing is that I appreciate everybody supporting and loving my daughter and our son-in-law. I mean, he's ours too. And just understanding that they are like kind of on holy ground right now. God is certainly surrounding them and loving them through this, but giving them the time and the space to joyfully be, you know, and just no matter the outcome, that God is indeed working. And I see that through all. She'll call me up and say, Mom, look what somebody sent me today. And it'll be just the Bible verse that she needs that day. Yeah. And, you know, her girlfriends have just been so gracious and kind to her. And I guess I just want to say that, you know, if you don't know what to say, that's okay. There's no way to put a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound, you know, and telling her, you know, well, listen, as soon as you relax, you're going to get pregnant. That's not going to happen. It does happen for some people, might not for her. And let's say that our prayers for a baby in this wonderful family are not answered through biology. Let's say that. That does not mean that God has not blessed her, chosen her for the gift of pregnancy. That doesn't mean any of that. God is with this family every step of the way. And you can see that in her videos and in the gracious, wonderful person she has been throughout this. She's had the courage and the strength to continue to welcome babies into the world, and at times to shield herself from the heartache of not being the one that got pregnant. But God is still with her. And you know, I think one of the really painful things is when people say, God blessed me with this baby. God answered my prayer for this baby. And then you wonder, well, why didn't he answer mine? But God is answering her prayer, because our prayer for her is that she continue on with a healthy, good life, that if she and Brad choose to have a baby, there are many ways to have that. And I guess that as the mom, I just want everyone to know that regardless of the outcome, God is here. He is working in her life. He will continue to love and support her and Brad. He has blessed them in many ways, and it may or may not be
with a biological baby.
But that doesn't mean he doesn't bless her, love her. You know, when you've been alive long enough, I've been a Christian almost all my life, life's hard. Bad things happen to really wonderful people. People who would be wonderful parents are not blessed with, or if you want to call it that, given biological children. People who are really miserable parents go home with babies all the time. God is here. God is loving her. He will never leave her. And I just want to encourage everybody about that. So what's it like? It's really hard. You know, I just continue to ask you to be with her in love and support, no matter the outcome.
And we're going to be okay.
They're going to be okay.
It's going to take time. And Brad and I are going to be different. We sat on the couch last night and cried, and I said, I'm so scared to be done. I'm so scared to be done, because it's going to take me a while. And for Brad, he's going to grieve hard for a little bit and then be better. And so, but I know that's going to be okay too, because Brad is a talker, and he lets me feel however I need to and listens to me and supports me. So if you see me and I'm upset, if this isn't meant to be, and I say it because that's my personality, I think I can't let myself go there and say this is 100% working. I just know whatever happens, that God is going to be here.
That's right.
And so if I'm upset, it's just because I'm so sad, but we are so thankful for everything that we have. And I don't know if we're done yet or not. I've got to get through this. If this doesn't work, I've got to get through this, and then maybe embryo adoption, or maybe, I don't know what we'll do. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll be done. I don't know. But I do just want you to know that if you're going through something and you feel like God's not there, He is. I mean, and I know that because maybe, actually I don't have to talk about this in our video that we're going to do, but maybe a year ago, I kind of just strayed. I just felt so mad at God. Why? Because of the blessing thing of God gave us this baby. And I know I was blessed with this pregnancy, and
God answered our prayers.
Yeah, and so the prayer that I was hoping for at that time and still now didn't get answered, and I just felt anger towards God about it, to be honest. And Ashley called me one day and said, we have to talk. You are feeling so angry about this. I love you so much, and I just want you to know that God is still here. You're turning your back from him, and I don't want you to do that. And what a brave conversation to have with somebody, honestly, to tap me on the shoulder and say, listen, I want to talk to you about something, you know. So we will be okay. It's going to take me a little bit if this isn't it, but we'll be okay. And so I just wanted my mom to come and just kind of describe what it's like, because it is hard, because my mom's my person that I call after Brad, or if Brad's busy, and I'm like hysterical sometimes. So it's hard, but I know we're going to get through it. And just really, I tell him sometimes it's kind of like attending your own funeral is what it's like, because all these people have come out to just pray for us and say, you deserve this and we love you so much. And so you get to see all these people, like people we know, people we don't know. People have put us on their own Facebook pages that I haven't talked to since high school. I mean, like, just kind. So thank you for praying for us. We'll keep you updated. We won't know anything till Saturday. Saturday's the make it or break it. So we're still praying for 18.
Make it or break it for this.
For this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know how the rest of their life, but you know, that's the other thing about being good people. Courtney and Brad have been together. They've really grown up together. They've been together 18 years. Yeah. 18 years. That's a long time, right? To be so young and trying to get pregnant when you've been together 18 years. But the fact that they're really good and kind people, and you know, that's what grew them this enormous village of love and prayer. And, you know, everything's going to be okay. My girl is going to be okay. They're going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. But in the meantime, while they're going through this, just continue to love and support them, and really encourage them to do what they themselves, the Duncans, need to do to get through this time in their life, whatever it may be.
When babies die at work, I always say, I always tell moms, you've got like a whole year. This whole next year is your grace, your whole year to say yes to whatever, no to whatever, or go and leave to whatever. And if I come to something and it's upsetting to me, it has nothing to do with you. Please don't be mad at me because I'm acting a certain way, or why am I not excited, or I can't go.
It's too painful.
It's just too much for me that day, and I can't do it, and I'm so sorry, because I'm not trying to make you mad. I'm honestly just trying to survive. That's it. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with just healing of my heart, and I have to get it healed so I can move on, because I can't be stuck in this for more years, and I won't be. So I'm so sorry if I upset you, if I can't come to something, or if I can't hear about something or whatever. I try and be super gracious. When you tell me you're pregnant, I do like texts better than face-to-face, to be honest.
Absolutely on that one,
To be really blunt, I do like a text better, but it's just that way I can be happy for you, and you don't have to see my initial face of, oh, why not me? That's all I'm thinking. It has nothing to do with you. I'm thrilled for you.
You know, Courtney has a beloved cousin that has had many babies, and even she, within our own family, texts Courtney first and lets her know before she's announced it to anybody. She lets Courtney know, and that is
always graciously, Karen. I love you so much. Always in the best way.
Absolutely.
I know. Always, she's the best. Yeah, always in the best way.
Yeah, and you know that it doesn't have to be that way. She could make a big announcement, but she always has the kindness to let Courtney know first. So I would ask that, you know, because when you're fertile, so are all your friends and relatives, and you know, it's
and my girlfriends are about done now. So if this also doesn't work, I'm almost done with all my girlfriends getting pregnant. I think everybody's about done. So, I mean, I'm almost 40. So all my girlfriends are about done having babies. So I'm almost done with this.
She's
almost done. So thank you guys so much.
Oh, yeah.
We love you. And
in awe of you, really. What a village.
Yes. Super thankful for my mom. I could not do this. You know, I can't even talk about it. I couldn't do it without my mom.
I love my girl.
All right, guys.
And her daddy does too, by the way.
Thank you so much. We'll talk Saturday. 18. We got to pray for it. Love you guys.